I'm not going to come out here and admit that I love Skibidi Toilet. But have I watched it? Yes. Have I watched the sequels? Also yes. Do I stop to watch every Skibidi Toilet mashup, recut, edit, or other derivative? Yeah. Yeah, I do. So this raises the question of
Why?
if I don't understand what I'm watching, not even on like some artistic level, then why am I so willing to give it my attention? What is it about this janky animation that I just find so captivating? I mean, the same can be asked about pretty much all viral videos, which is why I have gone down the rabbit hole to unravel the psychological, social, and even financial machinations that make Skibidi Toilet such a modern masterpiece. At the time of this recording, Skibidi Toilet has over 93 million views, which have all occurred in just 6 months. I live in Australia where we have a population of just 25 million people, so that number is absolutely staggering to me. So what is it about this 11 seconds of pure pixelated gold that grabs hold of our brains and refuses to let go, while spreading like absolute wildfire throughout the internet? From what I can deduce, and I am not an academic or psychologist, so there's my disclaimer, the power of Skibidi Toilet can be broken down into 3 categories: manipulation of brain chemistry, social currency, and money. So let's start with number 1, brain chemistry. No matter how big and beautiful our brains get, there will just always be some primitive functions that remain. These are functions that would have once compelled us to hunt for food or to have sex, but nowadays they serve a much higher purpose. They serve the almighty Skibidi Toilet. The main offender is a fun little neurotransmitter called dopamine, which forms the backbone of our brain's reward center. Human beings are just hardwired to seek out activities that inspire the good old hypothalamus to release this feel-good hormone. You eat food? Here's some dopamine, so you keep doing that and you stay alive. You have sex? Great! Here's some more dopamine to make sure you keep sustaining the population. You watch Skibidi Toilet, and yep, here's some dopamine, because Lord knows you couldn't live without some more of that delicious content. So why is your brain being tricked into dishing out that sweet dopamine for an animated head in a toilet? Well, like I said, these brain functions are old school and were not established with the internet in mind. As such, they aren't particularly choosy about what sets them off, nor can they distinguish between something on a screen versus the real world. You can take pornography, for example. What is happening on the screen sure ain't happening to you, but your brain doesn't know that. Man, this video took a weird turn. Anyway, anticipation, surprise, laughter, and novelty can all lead to a dopamine rush, regardless of the actual nature of the stimuli. In Skibidi Toilet's case, it ticks every one of these boxes. Anticipation and intrigue is raised as we hear music playing in the background while the camera gradually moves towards a seemingly ordinary toilet. We don't know what to expect, but it surely wasn't a rotating head popping out while singing the main hook of the song. This gives us the surprise, the humor, and the novelty factor our brains just absolutely love, which comes as a payoff for our natural curiosity. It may not seem logical, but just like when you bite into a piece of chocolate, the brain hits you with that dopamine, meaning Skibidi Toilet has just influenced your brain chemistry. Meanwhile, it's left you with a hormonally induced sense of satisfaction that just keeps you coming back for more. But on its own, a dopamine hit is not going to send a video viral. This is where social currency comes in. You see, human experiences like laughter, surprise, and confusion are just universal. As we collectively engage with these shared human experiences around a common source, in this case, Skibidi Toilet, a sensation of belonging is fostered within a broader online community. I mean, Skibidi Toilet literally has people willing to band together and defend it against its detractors. So we aren't just having a laugh, we're sharing a moment of mirth with millions of others. But that's not all. As a video that is novel and makes you feel something, good or bad, encourages us to share that video with others out of a desire to either spread the joy or to just validate our confusion or concern. This helps to boost the virality of a video and can be the first step that triggers a second social mechanism colloquially referred to as FOMO. Fear of missing out is an experience we have all felt. In the case of viral videos, this can have a supercharging effect. FOMO can draw in people from outside the video's original audience to encompass a group far broader than those who originally appreciated the video for what it is and how it made them feel. These people need no greater motivation than to hear about the growing prevalence of a video for it to then trigger a genuine fear of missing out, compelling them to type those hallowed words into Google. I mean, we're social creatures. That is a part of why our species has been so successful. And the last thing any of us want is to lose our sense of belonging by missing out on a new social phenomenon where we could have otherwise been a part of this big new thing, using it to strengthen our relationships and boost our social capital. But this brings me to the final point: money. Social media algorithms dine out on viral content. Of course, Skibidi Toilet needed to tick all of these other boxes before the algorithms got overly involved, but they are still the final catalyst that fuels virality. YouTube, for example, will prioritize content with more views and higher engagement as it simply brings in more revenue from advertising. It is in their best interest to fan the flames of virality, as it allows them to put more ads in front of more people, while, as I mentioned earlier, viral videos bring in new viewers. This means that boosting viral content also helps to expand the consumer base. But it must be said that this only adds to the final layer of the snowball effect, which then ensures that masterpieces like Skibidi Toilet get the attention they deserve, whether it makes sense or not. But even though I, and hopefully now you, understand why we've fallen in love with Skibidi Toilet, that still doesn't diminish the effectiveness of its power, as that just simply goes beyond the rational world and sits firmly in our emotions. But if understanding is what you're truly looking for, I would recommend checking out this video on 6 classic curious kid questions, some of which you may have even asked yourself. Thanks for watching. It means the world. I'll see you next time.